Everyone, welcome to my channel, Empress Aries 88. My name is Tanya. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you press that play button. Like on the way in, it gives me an energetic donation to the channel, helps me tune into your energy. Flip the roles as you see fit. Take what resonates and leave the rest, and let's get this party started, baby. We got a lot of cards here and no time, right? Even though time is an illusion, as they say. Spirit, give me a clear message for the collective. One that brings healing, hope, understanding, and closure for those that are looking for that. Thank you, Spirit, for all of your blessings. Protect me as I open myself up to channel these particular messages, this particular reading, and please protect my beautiful collective. Amen. Okay. So, collective readings, right? Any energy, any sign. And if the shoe don't fit, equate. Don't take this message if it does not resonate. Especially if it's negative. Be grateful, man. It wasn't your day, baby. Alright, so, Spirit, what message, what overall message do you have for the collective? Fire, Spirit, energy. And fire is astrologically Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So someone, all of them, whatever, could have it in their chart. Fire, baby. And then it has here, the bottom of the deck, enlightenment. So energy and enlightenment. We'll take it. Could be a fire sign that's being enlightened. Fire, though, has something significant. There's something about fire. I mean, fire. I'm thinking cleansing. When you think about fire, it was really significant to many cultures. And there was almost like a cleansing that took place with fire. Fire was enlightenment, right? Before that, they didn't have that ability to create fire. It's almost like a miracle from the gods, right? At that time, they didn't believe in one god. They believed in spirit gods, like nature gods, that type of thing. Because they lived and died by nature, right? If they were hunter-gatherers or even agriculturally, when they switched to that, they lived and died by the seasons. So they really believed truly in praying to those particular gods so that they had a fruitful harvest, or that they didn't lose their crops, or that they didn't lose their lives to inclement weather where it was too hot or too cold, right? But there's some sort of, it's almost like when you see this candle, it's like you look at it and it's like there's almost like the flickering of the flames. You can almost see things in it. It's like there's an enlightenment here. Anyways, I'm babbling on about it. We have so many cards that we have to get to. Sorry. So enlightenment and energy. So a fire sign of some sort, or somebody that has it in their chart. Maybe somebody is fiery as a personality too. Ooh, yeah, baby. Tell it like it is, baby. Don't hold back. Maybe their tongue burns a person, right? They tell you the hell off and that's it. Man, you know what? I respect a person like that, I have to say. I'd rather have somebody tell me off, be honest, than be a liar. All day long. I can understand that. Being raised by a strong woman, I can understand a person who brings it, who is honest, who's forthcoming, maybe a bit brutal. I'll deal with that. But somebody who's trifling, lying, and backstabbing, hell no. Keep that crap to yourself, man. Alright, Spirit, anything else about this fiery energy, please? Okay. Spring equinox. So with fire signs, I'm born around that time, right? especially Aries, fire sign. So the rebirth. There's a rebirth possibly for a fire sign. Flip the roles, take it how it resonates. Winter, solace, reflection. Music is harmony. Ocean, ebbs and flows. I feel like this rebirth could very well be in the winter time or spring or around that time. This person had an epiphany, had a change, a realization. Spring is, what is the season of spring? Renewal, right? Rebirth. I feel like this person became, and it maybe started in the winter time, right? Winter is when, I mean, let's think. Winter is another thing of cleansing. It's very important. Winter has a very important job to do. It sets up the whole season of spring and summer, when if you have enough snow and then there's that initial thaw, you get enough water for the season, or you can get a drought depending on how bad or good the winter was. So I feel like there was this cleansing too. It's like it cleans, it cleanses the cold, right? Nature, it does something to the outdoors, right? It cleanses. I don't know how to describe it, spirit, I don't know how to describe it to the viewers, but it's like there's something really significant about winter. And if you want to look it up to get more details about it, I might not be presenting it properly the way I want to say it. I know what I want to say in my head, but it's not coming out verbally the way I want to describe it. But the seasons all have their job to do and their significance, and winter has a significance of cleansing, right? It's almost like it's washing the earth, cleaning the earth, so that there is a rebirth. Fall is shedding its skin, right? Like a snake, starting the renewal. Winter cleanses. Spring is the renewal back again of nature, newness, the starting of something, a beginning of something really great. And summer is obviously when people can bask in all of that greatness. It's almost like when you make a feast, you decide to have people over and you entertain. There's a lot of work that goes into it, right? There's all the details and the planning that goes on. Winter, right, is when you start, I don't know, it's like I have no idea what the hell I'm saying, but I'm saying something significant, but I don't know. Maybe when I look back and look at what I'm saying, it might make sense, but it's not making sense to me as I'm saying it, whatever. Something was reflective in the wintertime to this person, and they could have been very easily walking with nature, and they got an epiphany of their life. Done. They reflected on their life, where they wanted to go, what they wanted to do. Okay? Could be a very fiery energy, a very realist type of person who was being very brutally honest with themselves. Okay? This is somebody that had a rebirth in the spring, but it started the seed of change in the winter. This is a person who really loves music, could be an artist as far as musically talented, but could really respect music, and it really does something internally for this person, listening to music. Ocean, I feel like the ebbs and flows of life was something that was challenging to this person, who probably is a controlling individual on some level. And they had to go with the flow and let go. And I feel like this is what this is all about as I'm going about here and there and everywhere, making no damn sense. This is a person who had to let go of something. It started in the winter, this epiphany, right? Cleansing, healing, reflecting, and spring, a rebirth. And they're possibly a fire sign that was born in the spring. To get how it resonates. Or this individual. Or you, whoever, one is. Somebody, okay, as they say. Somebody had to change. Had to let go of control. Go with the flow. Spirit was encouraging this person, okay? Spirit was enlightening this individual. feel like winter is significant to this person, or this was a significant time period in this person's life where they started their change. Yeah, somebody's remembering, maybe bittersweetly, of better times. Okay. And I didn't see the bottom of the deck here for the other messages. Mountains, strength. And it probably was like a mountain to climb for this individual to gather the strength to change, to let go of control, to go with the flow. This is probably a person who has controlled their life in very significant ways and had to let go of that. Yes, sidetracked. Somebody was sidetracked from change, possibly with the stresses of life, right? This is a person that does have an open heart, a lot of empathy, could have gifts in that realm. Divine timings at play here as well. What are the messages, Spirit? Yeah, they had to walk away from a situation that they felt like they were better off if they separated from a person. Yeah, there's a message here. Somebody trying to come clean. Okay, so it's heartbreak. So they had to walk away from heartbreak. Maybe somebody they invested a lot of time in. Somebody that they were tied down with, possibly with a family, right? Somebody who they thought was their ride or die. Somebody that was their soulmate. Consequences. So there is a debt, a karmic debt that maybe perhaps they had to pay in order for them to be released from this situation. Or now that they're released from the situation, there's been a judgment on the person they were with, and that person's going through karma for the cause and effect that happened within that connection. Take it how it resonates. Now you or your person's lonely, withdrawn, living solitarily. Somebody in this situation feels hopeless. Somebody in this situation feels rejected, or both of you. Okay? They feel empty inside. This was a commitment or marriage. Somebody is missing you. Okay? But they gave you mixed signals, or their emotions were blocked from you. You were broken, heartbroken. I feel like there's a mirroring within that. Maybe somebody feels like you cursed them, hexed them. That's why they're going through hell. That's why they're still thinking about you. But there was an uncertainty here about what games this person was playing, and only you, so they really are all up in their head about you and what you meant to them, or the connection, what the connection meant to them. Now they're thinking about these things and reflecting on these things. As you had to walk away and find the strength to do that, reflecting on the moments, reflecting on the pros and cons, the good and the bad, and the bad outweighed the good. So you had to move forward. I feel like it was for your own sanity, for you to move away from a person that you connected to on many levels, maybe had many years with, okay, many memories with, and that's what they're reflecting on now that you're no longer in the situation. Hang on, something fell on the floor. Alright, and maybe somebody is trying to make excuses for themselves, painting the roses red, covering up their errors, maybe trying to hide what they've done, right? Not trying to confess, but trying to make it your misunderstanding, or you're making a bigger deal out of a situation than it was, or even flat out lying and saying it didn't happen. Painting the roses red, making something ugly look pretty when it isn't. Yeah, and I feel like with you, you had to walk away to find a fresh perspective, right? I feel like it hurt. You're like trying to deal with the unbelievable, as far as if this person cheated on you or did something to you, yeah. And in nature, you connect with messages, energies, so on and so forth. And that's where walking in winter, I feel like you got an epiphany about a situation that Spirit was trying to warn you about, is what I'm hearing. All right, let's go into the tarot here and see if there's any messages of clarification. I feel like you felt stabbed. Like, Nine of Swords is here. It's like, this is a person, you're like this rose, and it was like unjust what happened to you. It could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius too, people that did this to you. Look, like, it seems like in this picture there's a multitude of people, maybe even trying to keep that person trapped with them or keep that person with them. This rose, yeah. You were tied to a person, Two of Cups, but there's an unraveling of the situation. Two of Cups is Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. It's almost like this connection that you had unraveled, and it could have been pretty quickly. Six of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's almost as if somebody is trying to come between, separate, or block a person from their happiness, or even from answers, right? But the Sun is here. And the sun is not only like this beautiful thing that, as I was mentioning, people worship the sun back in the day because it really meant that things were going to be okay. Maybe they had to go through the toughness of winter and come out on the other side. The sun is shining. It's a happy day. It's a new day. But the sun can also illuminate, right? So illuminate a truth. And it's also 19 in numerology, which is like, if you put 9 and 1, it's 10, completion, moving on. And I feel like once you were illuminated to a situation or realistic about a situation, you did move on because you felt like there was nothing more that you could do to change this, what happened. And I feel like it was somebody that really hurt you, doing the most, you know. I don't feel like you're an unforgiving person, but I feel like you're caring enough about yourself that you're not going to put up with somebody's crap. I feel like this is what this person did. They took you for granted. They didn't value the connection like they should have. They weren't loyal, right? And you were. And you could put your finger on it, and maybe they felt like you couldn't prove what you were saying about the situation or what you thought you knew about the situation. But you didn't have to find proof to know that this person was disloyal. When your heart is breaking, you know. And your heart was breaking. There was clear red flags that this person was doing something. You were so familiar with this person that you knew before you even knew for sure. Because for some of you, you never was told the truth about it anyways. And this is a nightmare for this individual, right? And now their life feels like a horror film. It's just, they're even in shock that you walked away. Maybe they didn't think you ever would walk away, right? But you're like, lesson learned. Okay, lesson learned. I feel like this situation, you could be an introvert. You might be an inward person. They might be an inward person. It's like there was a separation of hearts and minds. It's like at one time you were on the same page, got along really well, but then all of a sudden it all changed, right? You had differing values, more arguments, right? Here's this evidence that maybe somebody has on your person. Yeah, and maybe they told you this, but you were a gift to this person. But other people had an awful lot to say about this situation. And blame games, right? But justice is here for you. Justice is here for you. Because Spirit has a goal in mind for you, and there is an eternal love. And you might have love for this person, and you always will, right? But there's an ending. You still withdrew from this situation, walked away, cared enough about yourself to not play, I don't know about not play along, but I feel like intuitively you knew what was going on, maybe for a long time. You wanted to deny it. Maybe you were the one painting the roses red and pretending that everything was fine when it wasn't. But yet, as time went by, the realization with each passing year sunk in that regardless of how much you love a person, you can't make them stay with you, and that you had to let them go. You had to let them go. Because if this person is so hell-bent on pushing away from you, you're not going to keep them there without paying the consequence of that karmically, right? You're going to tie yourself to whatever toxicities they're doing, but also you're going to suffer with knowing that this person, you can't hold on to them, and the embarrassment of what they're doing so cold behind your back when really it's in front of your face. You knew it. You knew this person was low vibing, right? You knew this person was doing the most, but you couldn't put your finger on it, and that was good for them, so they could keep going along, playing the game with you, acting like, a good husband or a good wife, when really they've already broken the marriage, and you kind of knew that. But you invested so much time and effort and energy, you didn't want to give this person up. You were loyal like a dog, loyal to this person. You had children with this person. Stork is here. But there's people, mice, gossiping, saying stuff, right? Maybe they thought they could catch a bigger fish. Fish is here. And that's why the coffin's here. You were their ride or die. And you know what I mean? Their wish fulfillment. But they just broke your heart and their commitment to you. They were playing two sides of the fence. You didn't know. You didn't know really, for certain, but Spirit did. And there might have been other people that had hinted at it and said something to you too, to send you in the direction you needed to go, to be very clear. I feel like you needed the evidence, and I don't feel like you really got all the evidence, but you got enough to walk away anyways. Confirmation, it went on the floor. Oh my goodness, Spirit, come on now. 1 or 2, not the whole deck, please. Yeah, and occupation, expectation, distant horizons, courthouse. Yep. So I feel like you really expected an awful lot from this person. You worked hard, you were a real team, but they were looking to get out, distant horizons, and it ended. They could have divorced you or asked for a divorce, yeah, as a mature man here. But there's poverty and despair and change, maybe unwanted. But there's also this privileged lady who stole from them, thief, official person, and you, mature woman. And it's the journey, the ending. It's like they went for something else. They went for somebody or something that they thought was better. It wasn't. And now this person is controlling them, especially their money. And they're wishing that, I don't know if they're there yet to wish, but they're going to wish that they would have made a different choice and stayed loyal to you as you were to them. What does it say here? Act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation, no doubts in your mind. And then there's accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. Maybe you've been fighting, doubting, thinking that they're going to change. Stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. I feel like you are looking at the glass half empty, and it's hard for you to accept that this person did this to you. But there's an opportunity for happiness here. And Spirit is saying, we're giving you this opportunity because we feel like you're deserving of it. But you need to feel like you're deserving of it in order to receive it. That's what they're saying. And that's not something that they can do for you. You have to do that for yourself. You have to accept the blessing that is coming in your direction and let go of this past person who hurt you and broke your heart. I know you walked away, but I don't think you let go yet of this person. Could be a very new change for you, but everything happens for a reason. Even the heartbreak sometimes, Spirit, a couple more cards, please. Strength. It's a big thing. It's come up twice. You needed strength to walk away, but you still need to maintain that strength in the everyday. Tears are healing. It's true. But don't let the bad times, the bad situations that happen in your life, the unexpected situations that happen in your life, weigh you down to the point where you can't even see the blessings in your life, as the card brought out. You have to muster strength, even in your darkest hours, because Spirit will bless that. If you give in to the doldrums, if you give in to the energy, the law of attraction meets your misery, and you are going to attract this person that is miserable into your life and go through a cycle all over again. Maybe not even the same energy, somebody worse or similar. And do you really want to go through that again? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't mourn the loss of your life that you had in the past, but you can't stay stuck in it as if it was your karmic lesson to be stuck. That's not your karmic lesson. Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's somebody that is action-oriented, successful, a truth seeker, ambitious, somebody that really wants to rush towards you. And then there's happiness here. There's the Ten of Cups. There is a happiness at the end of the tunnel for this Empress, which is you. This Empress who was heartbroken over a connection of a person who lied to you and betrayed you. Yeah. What is this? Eight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, a Capricorn. Somebody was misdirected. Somebody's uninspired. I feel like it's your person, the past person. They're also imbalanced, right? They see you being celebrated. But there's a lot of greed, stinginess, overspending, self-centered energy that's going on. It's not on your end. Four of Pentacles in reverse. There's a person who went into mourning for you too. This past person, right? They're mourning the loss of you too, and the mistakes they made that contributed to you walking away from them, right? The heartbreak that they created in both of your lives, the ending that they created, right? I don't feel like you were deserving of that treatment. I feel like they're coming to that understanding too. Yeah, it's blocked them in life in a lot of ways. Nine of Pentacles. They have fears now. There's insecurities now. They're faking the funk and acting like everything's going great, but there's deception, there's loss, there's poverty. There's somebody that's putting them through it. Financial security will be your legacy, stability, and love. You're going to get all of that. This is what? The Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Cups was here, the Ten of Pentacles. But there was a change that had to happen, a personal transformation and epiphany on your end. I I feel like you fought it for a long time. The Tower's in reverse, as if you didn't want to give in to the reality and the truth of what this person was doing to you and what this relationship really was about. Because there's a judgment here. I feel like you did, what is it? You did, Lord help me. I'm too tired. I'm sorry. There's a final judgment. You walking away from a person. Yep. The High Priestess, you use your intuition. Double confirmation, you are spiritually gifted. You're coming out of heartbreak. 3 of Swords is in reverse now. You moved on. Yep, that's what it's saying. 6 of Wands. There has been sleepless nights. There has been this mourning process, I'm calling mourning period, where you were depressed, but there's also this mirroring of this person feeling that way too. There's Ace of Wands though. There is going to be a new beginning that's going to happen for you. Any other card, Spirit, before I end it? Thank you. Yeah, and it's coming quickly too. Whatever this person is, whoever this person is, they're coming towards you. And I don't know if it's the past person. It could be new love, new energy coming in for you. I don't feel like this person's there where they're really ready yet for reunion. They could be manifesting you though, because the Magician's here. Thinking heavily on you is manifesting you. 7 of Cups in reverse is here though. There was too much confusion. Too many delusions. You had delusions about what your relationship truly was about. They had delusions that they were a player and they could get anybody they wanted. You both ended up disappointed. Yeah. Knight of Wands is here. Somebody that has passion for you. Charming. And look, they were going to offer you a cup of love. 2 of, they're choosing you. They want to have some sort of partnership. Even possible marriage. They want to take a leap of faith towards you. But I feel like you are tied down to the situation in your mind. And it's creating a blockage for this person to come towards you. You need to let that go. Let that person go. That's why, I don't know. I feel like you're also in that blocked energy and have been for a while, feeling like this is it. This is only the beginning, my friend. And I feel like as long as you continue to block this blessing, you're always going to be trapped in the memory of a mistake, right? Because I feel like you're beating yourself up that you made a mistake with this person, that you shouldn't have been with this person, but you were there for a reason. And there were blessings that came out of that connection, possible children and a family. And though it didn't work out with this person, I feel like there is going to be love that comes for you. And I feel like if you continue to stay in this negative, I don't want anything, I don't want nobody, you're never going to see the bigger picture here. That is the universe offering you a blessing out of heartbreak. Balance. Yeah, here you go. I find balance between each sphere of my life. I am the master of my daily life. I make time to nourish the spiritual and the physical. I bring love to my world by fulfilling the needs of my body and soul. There you go. And the last, and this is something that you need to work on, balance. Balancing your expectations with the outcome and letting all of that up to the universe. We can work on ourselves and better ourselves. And by bettering ourselves, we're bettering our situation in this journey, because we're raising our vibration with each effort that we put into ourselves, pouring love into ourselves, not in this inflated way that some people do, but really a balanced way, right? Because balance is here like 3 times already for emphasis. Realizing that we are good enough, and that when bad situations happen to us, it's not like everybody's going to do that to us. And we have to be positive that there was something that good that came out of it, and there will be more good things in the future, that this isn't it. And whether you spent 20, 30 years with somebody and it ended, it doesn't mean that it's over forever. Regardless of your age, who cares? As long as you got breath in your body, you can find somebody to care about you. And if that's not what you want, love yourself, man. Start with that. And other blessings will follow. And the last thing is, maybe two things. Wisdom. God has a plan for me. I live here now knowing beauty is to come. I don't force things to happen faster than the universe has decided for me. Amen. I learn from my experiences, take small steps in faith, and succeed thanks to all my efforts. Amen. This is what I'm saying. That's the start of wisdom, man, to recognize that we don't always have control over everything in our lives. And there's a reason for that. Too much control creates this entitlement or this almost, tyrannical type of personality that detracts people in our lives, causes all kinds of crap. And we don't need that. We need to let go and let the light of ourselves shine through. May sound corny to some people, whatevs. Try it before you dismiss it. Think positively. As I always say, fake it till you make it. And believe it or not, you will start buying into it yourself. And it will change your life. The last one is acceptance. I accept every step that life presents me without resistance. I try to find out what the universe is trying to teach me so that I can grow. Thus, I advance in freedom on the path of light. That's what it's all about, my friend. Acceptance. Accept that you can't change a person. You can't force them to stay with you. Can't make them love you. But you can invest in yourself. Love yourself. Right? Stay the course. And let go of the control. And you will be surprised at all that's going to happen to you in a good way. Not everything in life is negative, bad. And what is it? What's the saying? Oh my God. What is it called? What is it? It's too late at night for me to be philosophical, but it's like, life sucks and then you die. Thank you, Spirit. That's not true. We have challenges. That doesn't mean that everything sucks. Okay? Get that out of your head. Think about, and I know, because I say this to my kids about, there's people that live worse than you or whatever, and they'll be like, well, so what? That doesn't make it different, my situation any less. And that's true. That's true. But true strength is overcoming adversities and looking on the other side of it, of how far you came. So if you're not there yet, you will be there. You will get there. Just stay positive and stay the course. Stay on your path. And I know that Spirit is going to bless every effort that you make. Thank you so much for joining me on Empress Aries 888. Please like and subscribe and join my tribe because I'd love to have you. Till next time, be safe out there, my friends. Be blessed.